Deep within the heart of the Whispering Woods lived a tiny fox named Felix. He had bright, curious eyes and a bushy tail that swished with excitement. The Whispering Woods was a magical place. Sunlight dappled through the leaves of ancient trees. The air buzzed with the songs of unseen birds. Felix loved his home. He knew every twist and turn of the forest paths. One sunny afternoon, Felix was playing hide-and-seek with the butterflies. He heard voices carried on the breeze. It was the forest animals gathered for their evening meeting. Their hushed whispers piqued his curiosity. Felix crept closer, hiding behind a patch of ferns. He wanted to hear what they were talking about. The animals were whispering about a legend. It was the legend of a hidden treasure deep within the Whispering Woods. The treasure, they whispered, was guarded by a fearsome dragon. The dragon was said to be enormous. It had scales of emerald green and breathed fire. Felix listened with wide eyes. His heart pounded with a mixture of fear and excitement. The animals talked about the dragon's might. They said that anyone who tried to steal the treasure would face the dragon's wrath. Felix felt a surge of determination. He might be small, but he was brave. Felix decided then and there that he would find the hidden treasure. He would prove his courage to everyone in the Whispering Woods. Felix knew that the journey would be dangerous. He wasn't afraid. He was determined to face his fears. He knew that he would need to be clever and resourceful. He would need help from his friends in the forest. Felix decided to seek advice from the wisest creatures he knew. He would talk to Ricky the Raccoon, known for his cunning and ability to solve any problem. Felix would also seek guidance from Athena, the wise old owl. She had lived in the Whispering Woods for hundreds of years. Athena had seen it all. Felix knew that he needed to prepare for his journey. He gathered berries and nuts to sustain him on his travels. He packed a small bag with a length of rope, a shiny button, and a handful of sweet berries. He carefully selected a sturdy walking stick. It would help him navigate the forest paths. With his bag packed and his heart full of hope, Felix set off on his adventure. He followed the winding path deeper into the Whispering Woods. The trees grew taller and denser as he went along. The sunlight faded and the forest floor was covered in shadows. Felix pressed on, his resolve unwavering. He was determined to find the hidden treasure. Section 5. The Encounter with Ricky the Raccoon. As Felix journeyed deeper into the woods, he came across a babbling brook. The sound of the water flowing over the rocks was soothing, and Felix took a moment to appreciate the serene beauty of the forest. He knew that Ricky the Raccoon often fished for crayfish in this very stream. Ricky was known far and wide for his fishing skills, and Felix hoped to catch a glimpse of him in action. Felix approached the water's edge and called out, "Ricky! Ricky! Are you there?" His voice echoed through the trees, and he waited, hoping for a response. A rustling in the bushes nearby announced Ricky's arrival. Felix's heart raced with excitement as he saw the familiar figure of the raccoon emerging from the underbrush. Ricky was a mischievous character with a glint in his eye and a knack for getting into trouble. His fur was slightly damp, indicating he had been fishing just moments before. "Well, well, well, if it isn't Felix," Ricky said, his voice full of amusement. He always had a way of making even the simplest greeting sound like an adventure. "What brings you to my neck of the woods?" Ricky asked, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. He was always eager to hear about new adventures and quests. Felix explained his quest for the hidden treasure and his hope that Ricky would help him. He described the ancient map he had found and the clues that led him to the forest. Ricky, known for his love of riddles and challenges, saw this as an opportunity for a bit of fun. He pondered for a moment, his mind racing with possibilities. "A hidden treasure, you say?" Ricky mused, a smile spreading across his face. "This sounds like just the kind of adventure I've been waiting for." With a sense of excitement and determination, Ricky agreed to join Felix on his quest. Together, they set off along the woodland path, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The forest seemed to come alive with the promise of adventure, and both friends felt a renewed sense of purpose as they embarked on their journey. Section 6. Outsmarting the Mischievous Raccoon. Ricky, with a sly grin, agreed to help Felix. The raccoon had always been known for his clever tricks and cunning nature, but first he insisted that Felix prove his worth by solving a riddle. This was Ricky's way of ensuring that Felix was truly capable. "I have keys but no locks. Ricky began, his voice echoing through the trees. The forest seemed to hold its breath, waiting for Felix's response. "I have a space but no room." The riddle was as mysterious as the forest itself, filled with hidden meanings and secrets. "You can enter but can't go outside. What am I?" Ricky's eyes twinkled with mischief as he watched Felix ponder the riddle. Felix thought long and hard. The riddle was challenging, and he knew that solving it was crucial to gaining Ricky's trust. He paced back and forth, his brow furrowed in concentration. The forest around him seemed to whisper hints, but none were clear. Finally, a flash of inspiration struck him. The answer was so simple, yet so elusive. "A keyboard!" Felix exclaimed, his eyes shining with triumph. He felt a surge of pride as he realized he had outsmarted the tricky raccoon. Ricky, impressed by Felix's quick thinking, chuckled softly. The raccoon had not expected Felix to solve the riddle so quickly. He congratulated Felix and agreed to help him on his quest. The bond between them grew stronger, built on mutual respect and admiration. He pointed Felix in the direction of Athena's home. The path was long and winding, but Felix felt ready for the journey ahead. He warned Felix to be careful. The forest was full of dangers, and not all creatures were as friendly as Ricky. Athena was very wise, but she did not suffer fools gladly. Felix knew he had to be at his best to impress her and gain her assistance. Section 7. Seeking wisdom from Athena the Owl. Following Ricky's directions, Felix ventured deeper into the woods. He finally reached a clearing dominated by a massive oak tree. Perched on a branch, her amber eyes gleaming with wisdom, was Athena the Owl. Athena was the oldest and wisest creature in the Whispering Woods. Animals from far and wide sought her advice. Felix approached cautiously. He bowed low. "Wise Athena," he began, his voice respectful, "I seek your guidance on my quest to find the hidden treasure." Athena listened intently as Felix recounted his journey so far. She nodded slowly, her feathers ruffling slightly in the breeze. Section 8. The final challenge, facing the dragon. This was the moment they had all been preparing for, the culmination of their arduous journey through the dense, mysterious forest. "The dragon guards the treasure," Athena said, her voice deep and resonant. Her words carried the weight of countless legends and myths, stories passed down through generations. But the real challenge is not to defeat the dragon in battle, but to appeal to its better nature. Athena's wisdom was profound, suggesting that true strength lay in understanding and compassion rather than brute force. Athena advised Felix to approach the dragon with respect and to ask for the treasure politely. She emphasized the importance of humility and the power of words over weapons. She reminded Felix that courage was not about being fearless, but about facing one's fears with a kind heart. Courage, she explained, was the ability to stand firm in the face of danger while maintaining one's humanity. Felix, armed with Athena's wisdom and Ricky's directions, finally reached the dragon's lair. The journey had been long and fraught with peril, but Felix felt a newfound sense of purpose and determination. The dragon was even more impressive than Felix had imagined. Its scales shimmered with an otherworldly glow, and its presence was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. He took a deep breath and, remembering Athena's advice, called out to the dragon in a clear, respectful voice. His heart pounded in his chest, but he stood his ground, hoping his sincerity would be enough. To his surprise, the dragon did not roar or breathe fire. Instead, it seemed to sense Felix's intentions, its demeanor calm and almost serene. Instead, it regarded Felix with a curious look in its large, golden eye. The dragon's gaze was intense, yet there was a hint of understanding, as if it recognized the bravery and respect in Felix's approach. Section 9. The True Treasure. Felix explained his quest, emphasizing his desire to prove his courage and help his community. The dragon listened patiently, its tail twitching slightly. When Felix was finished, the dragon smiled gently. It reached into its hoard and pulled out a small, polished stone. It shimmered with an inner light. Felix was initially disappointed. He was expecting gold or jewels. However, as he looked closer, he realized that the stone was warm to the touch and seemed to pulse with a gentle energy. The dragon explained that this stone was a stone of courage. It would give Felix the strength to face any challenge. More importantly, it would remind him that true courage came from kindness and compassion. Section 10. A Hero's Welcome. Felix returned to his village not with a treasure chest full of gold, but with something far more valuable. He shared the story of his adventure and the lessons he had learned along the way. The animals of the Whispering Woods were amazed by Felix's courage. They were inspired by his kindness. They cheered for their tiny hero. They showered him with hugs and congratulations. Felix was overjoyed to be home. He knew that he had found something far more precious than gold. He had found true friendship, wisdom, and the courage to be kind. From that day forward, Felix was known throughout the Whispering Woods as Felix the Brave. Section 11. The Greatest Treasures, Courage and Kindness. Felix's adventure taught everyone a valuable lesson. Courage isn't about being the biggest or the strongest. It's about facing your fears and helping others. Kindness is always the greatest treasure of all. And so, the legend of Felix the brave little fox was passed down through generations of forest animals. It served as a reminder that even the smallest of creatures can achieve extraordinary things with courage, kindness, and a little help from their friends.